Oh yeah. All right, so we got a good one to go over here, guys. It's going to run for close to 20 minutes, and I'll tell you what, man, I made some bluffs in this one that were pretty spicy. That's all I'm going to say right now. Also, I want to say this, if you guys are watching for the first time, I say this all the time, but I typically play a few times per week. I've been playing for a very long time, and I do have kind of like my own way of approaching all this, which definitely has some nuance, right? I don't have like one type of strategy. That's the thing, man. I have more of like an exploitative approach. So if I feel like, somebody is weak, I'm kind of just going to pounce on them. And, I also say this this game really is just about outplaying the opponents at your table. You don't have to make it more complicated than that because it's not. But if you are looking to take things a little bit more seriously, we do have an awesome community in the pinned comment. You can talk to me one on one there. I can kind of give you a little bit more insight than I can do right here. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, check that out. Also, if you guys could tap that like, man. And let's get right into this, okay? And I definitely picked my spots in this where I bluffed, okay? But, I know when to take the foot off the gas sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this was just an interesting one for sure. All right, but yeah, here we go, man. Also, if you guys have any questions, comments, things like that, feel free to message me. It is what it is. I like to share the W's and the L's, man. Okay, I like to mix things up for you guys. Because obviously, you play this game long enough, you are going to run into variance. There's no other way around it. It's just something you got to deal with. And, I think that, the better you can handle variance, that's kind of like the turning point, okay? And a lot of this is kind of just like stacking skills on top of each other. So you kind of get better at, one thing, then you get better at another thing, and it takes time. And you have to be consistent, right? You can't just like play for a few weeks or a month and then take a few weeks off. You have to stay consistent. And I think that you'll notice the thing about me is I've been consistent for a very long time. I've been playing this game for so long, you know what I'm saying? I don't even let variance doesn't even bother me at all, right? And if somebody calls me down and they got me, I kind of just tip my hat to them. I'm like, all right, you got me there, man. Like, good for you. All right, but check this one out. We had an ace-4 off here. This is just a position raise. I was just kind of hoping to take it down here. Post flop with a continuation. I wasn't exactly ready to give up just yet either, so check this out. So like he's gonna call. He could obviously have a piece of this. Turn card was a 10. It didn't feel like he had a 10, if I'm being real with you guys. And I think he's gonna check this back to the river, which is I think it's just gonna be like a blank card anyways. It was like a 3. Now we are blocking the flush. We do have the ace of clubs, so we're not gonna put this guy on having that I guess some possibilities here. You got 4, 6, 6, 8 or a couple possibilities. I was willing to make this play. It just felt like if I had to lean towards him calling this or not, I was definitely leaning more towards he's probably just not going to call this unless he's got the absolute nuts, which it didn't feel like he did. So I kind of turned my hand into a bluff. Came over the top here for quite a bit, and like I said, I definitely felt like he wasn't going to make this call unless he had the absolute nuts here or something close to it. He's going to the clock run down. He mucked it. He probably just had like a pair or maybe he was bluffing at it. I don't know. But we took that down on a nice little bluff right there, man. I like that one. It was pretty spicy. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like he was weak. If I felt like he was strong at any point right there, I would not have done that. But it definitely felt like he was weak. So, just kind of pounced on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I didn't feel like playing that one, so we just kind of let that go. It is what it is, right? Pocket nines, man. Another spot here where I felt pretty good, especially like about this flop. In pocket nines, three-handed at this point, I'm going to kick things up a little bit here. I think I did at least. Now, I just played this, so it's pretty fresh. The thing, too, is like every time I play, I'm always recording, so sometimes I'll forget like a little detail that happened, but it kind of comes back to me as I'm going over it for you guys right here. But here we go. Player 6, gonna kick it up to the 11 piece, man. Wow. Okay, sure. And we can't just call this. We gotta boost it up a little bit here. We gotta boost it, man. Got to do a little boost. Okay, let's do a little boost here. All right. 35 piece. I guess felt right. It felt good. So that's what I'm going to do right here. Now he is going to call us, and this is actually a pretty decent flop. And we're also up against player 6, who we just dealt with a second ago, and it's going to be a pretty good flop for nines. If he's got a piece of this, I was thinking maybe he calls us, putting us on like ace king or ace queen or something. So that's kind of what that was the reason I did this. And a lot of the time you'll find somebody gets stubborn here, especially when they just dealt with you. That's the reason I did this. I felt like maybe he does make a call here. Maybe he's got like ace five. Maybe he's got like a suited connector. He makes the call here. And even if he did, I would definitely be okay with it. We'd still be in a good spot going to the turn and river here. He's going to let the clock run down a little bit on this. I think that he did have a piece of this, but he let it go. Let's see what that turn card would have been. We also protected nines there by doing that, you know, because let's say I put in a continuation there and he just floats us with like ace queen or king queen or something like that, and then he gets it on the turn. It is kind of a good way to protect, even though you're going pretty large right there. But a lot of the time, like I said, maybe somebody calls you, they get stubborn. You know, there's definitely a lot of different situations where I've seen, you know, people just call you down because, you know, especially after the hand we had with him before, you know, I definitely could see it, which kind of was another reason I did that. So anyways, we progress forward, guys. Hope you're enjoying some of this, like I said, man. And, you know, once again, if you are and you've been watching me, just get in that community, man. It's time. It is time, man. Okay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay? All right, 5 deuce. Couldn't play that. Couldn't play that. You will notice though, I definitely was picking my spots to bluff in this. It wasn't like I was winging it. I was picking my spots. You know, that's what you got to do, man. Just what you got to do. And here we are. We are doing this, man. We are doing this. The 5 deuce did not get there. Would have needed a 4. Player 5 re-raising it here. Jack queen maybe? 2 pair? Who knows? Alright, anyways. Okay. Ace 3 suited. Definitely like this one with the clubs, you know. We're going to open this up. If somebody wants to re-raise this, that's also fine. We will deal with it. Okay, we'll deal with it. Not really worried about it. Here we go. So we do have a re-raise here. Totally fine. We're going to make this call, and, you know, even if we don't get what we need here, I'm going to try to, oh, I'm sorry. I just came over the top. I didn't even believe this guy. I didn't even believe him. I came over the top with an ace 3 suited. I know you guys like that. I know you guys like that right there. Guess that was just my instincts right there. I think it was because he did it so quick. I just didn't believe him. I think that's what led me to making that. And that's the thing, man. A lot of this is it's a feel thing for me. You play so much, you kind of just, you feel different spots out. And if you see any kind of like hesitation or maybe somebody's acting too fast, those are some other signals to me that, you know, they're going to be either weak or strong. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And it's hard to explain that. The only way to get the feel for it is you're playing consistently all the time, and you just kind of like, you just feel it, you know? That's all it is. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, you don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, I'm not going to overcomplicate this. Anyways, queen 5, going muck it. We ain't playing no queen 5, offsuit. Not today. We got the ducks, though. We got the ducks swimming in a pond here. Very nice. Take them ducks. All right, let's see if we can get a duck on the flop, huh? Be nice to get a set. I mean, we got these ducks swimming in a pond, you know? All right, back over to player 2. He's going muck it. Okay, and so far so good, guys. Trending up, which is good. Got the king 8 here. This was an interesting spot. So we got king 8 suited. You know, you're always going to play this from, you know, the smaller big blind because it's suited. Other times you're just going to fold it. But, you know, you got to protect here, you know. And if you looked at, like, a GTO chart, you know, you're going to make a call here with king 8 suited. I like it in the spades. I like it in the hearts. I like it in the spades. You know, whatever. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it, y'all. Plus, this is, you know, you got to figure this is like a position raise anyways, if we're dealing with a button raise here. So, you know, we're always protecting. Could also argue raising here sometimes, which is something you could do, but I'm just going to call here. All right, we're gonna end up hitting top pair, a couple threes out there. Pretty good flop, you know. Would love to see another 8 come on the turn here, or a king would be good too. Take 2 pair. Not really putting this guy in much of anything at this point, but you know, we know he's going to continue here. Now, do we do a min raise here, or do we just call? I just called. Turn card was a low card. Now, this is a good card for us to apply some pressure to see where player 1's at. So, like, if he raises here again, you know, a little double barrel, I could put in a raise here to see if he wants to continue. I think a lot of the time he's going to fold here unless he has an overpair, you know. But if he has like a couple overcards, you know, ace, king, king, queen, ace, king, less likely because we have a king. He's probably just going to let this go because it looks strong. What am I raising with, you know? And what's he going to call with if he doesn't have an overpair here? Probably not. So my play worked. My thinking made sense, and we took it down, y'all. We took it down, okay? We took it down. All right, and yeah, trending up here. Trending up. Feeling pretty good. Got the 7-3 off, going to be folding it, but we do have a big hand coming up here, so don't go anywhere, guys. It's getting interesting. Chopping around a little bit, but I think so far, you know, been playing pretty solid, okay? I'm going to pat myself on the back, all right? I'm going to do it. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I don't care what you guys think, all right? We're doing pretty good right now. Let's not jinx it, though. Let's not do that. 10-5 suited. Part of me wanted to play this, but it's not a hand that's going to flop really good. So it's kind of like, probably just got to let it go. Got to let the 10-5 suited go. It's so sad. So sad. Oh well, what are you going to do? Okay, making our way here, ace-7 offsuit. If I was on the button, I would have raised that, but we were not. So I just let it go. You know, pretty quick too. If it was suited, obviously I would have opened with it, but it wasn't. So got to do what we got to do, you know. Would have hit top pair here too. Oh well. Oh well, you know, top pair. All right, turn card would have been a jack. All right, player 3 took it down. Good for you, sir. Okay, I think we made it to the moment of this one. Now, we were 3-handed here, and this hand was something. We got an ace queen offsuit. Hope you guys are ready for this. And one more time, man. One more time. You know, if you're enjoying the stuff here, and you guys maybe just looking to take these more seriously or want some insight or somebody to talk to, man, just get in that community, man. All right, so ace queen. Here we are. And I actually liked how I played this, to be fair. I don't mind how I played this at all. 3-handed, this is a super strong hand too. Okay, so we got to raise this up. Player 3, I think he might have raised here. Let's see. All right, so I slowed this one down a little bit. Player 6 taking forever to make a decision. Kind of annoying. It's like you better raise or do something, man, if you're going to take this much time, but he just folded. So, you know, small blind versus big blind situation, pretty standard here. We're going to apply some pressure. I'm expecting him to raise. We have to re-raise this, you know, for sure. All right, and he is going to make the call. Now, the flop's not going to be that bad, okay? It's really not going to be that bad. He's going to call us pretty quick. So to me, if he makes a quick call here, it tells me he's got a decent hand, right? Maybe we could put him on some uh, you know, ace X's as well, jack king, jack queen type of hand. So like this flop to me was actually a good flop, you know, not really a whole lot to worry about here, which is exactly why I went for, you know, the play I'm going to make right here. I mean, we're not putting him on a 6. Could he have a 9? It's possible. I'm also leaning towards a not. And if he does have a 9, is he willing to risk his whole stack here? That's kind of the other question. And he's going to think about this for a second. You know what I'm saying? I was really just leaning towards a fold here. But I was wrong. He is going to call us down. He is going to stand his ground. Didn't have the 6. I knew he didn't have the 6. He did get a piece of it, though. He has the 9. So now we need an ace or a queen. Going to the river, terrible turn card. And you know what, guys? We took the L in this one. I still don't even regret the play. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed another one here. You know, please tap the like if you made it to the end. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.